my you know,
Never do it, Slim Jim.
maybe I said it with the I don't know. Maybe that's what he saw. I don't even remember.
Courtesy flush.
What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. It is time for another commentary. We've been gone. Did you miss us? We did a stream once I got back from Japan, but I took a week or so off from commentaries. So hope you guys are stoked to do Torso with us. I got to watch this for the first time last night. I've had my Giallo yellow box set for a minute, and it gave me a reason to crack that sucker open. And I was actually pleasantly surprised because Todd has the 4K. I got it. If you tune into our Christmas gifts exchange, I got it 4K. The Giallo box sets actually are not short on special features.
No,
I more or less kind of stripped down because you're getting multiple titles, but no, it's like the special features are there, and
they're the original standalone releases they had. They just boxed them all together.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So I'm like, this is a pretty good value. I don't know how much better the 4K looks. I watched the American release version, the one where they added like the new intro and stuff, and there's even like a disclaimer at the beginning, like, hey, basically the footage you're going to see for this American intro is shit. It's like it's like not, it's like all grainy. It looks like found footage Sasquatch videos. And then it straightens out once the film starts. But I don't know what we're going to be watching. It's on YouTube. Riverman's got it linked, I'm sure.
I think this is the Italian version, so you don't need to listen to it anyway. I mean, just throw the subtitles on.
No, it's got English. I tested it. I watched it.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, pretty sure. Let me see. All right, so let's go ahead and I think Riverman's ready. So guys, get the flick pulled up. You've had time. We're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1, play. Now, with that said, since he's watching a different file than he had, I don't know if this is the US version. I guess we'll find out on the intro here. But I know it's in English because I skipped ahead. So
I believe it is. Yeah, it is.
Well, if it's the US version that has the intro, yes. So this movie, they really hit you with the tits early.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man.
That I really like this US intro, man. And I'm like, I don't know why they felt like they needed to do this for the US, but it's just sort of giving you a montage of what's to come, kind of like an overture, if you will. And they just give you always clips of all the sleaze coming.
Well, they're catering to the 42nd Street crowd, back in the 73. So I don't know when it came to the States exactly, but yeah, I would imagine that they have to dumb some of this down for people in the States because they want more, sex and less talking. Let's just say
it's pretty dumbed down anyway. Like a lot of giallos aren't that they're not that heavy, man.
No,
they're all pretty by the numbers whodunits. And by the way, with this one, I pretty much know who did. I've seen enough of these movies now that I knew who did it right away.
Absolutely. And that's what's great about giallos is they're Scooby-Doo episodes is basically what it is.
Yo, the killer in this literally does I'd have gotten away with it too type of thing if it wasn't for the it's ridiculous. They really are Scooby-Doo in it. Look at these, dude. I was getting chubbed up.
It's a very sleazy movie, man, and it's
and you know me, I'm not huge. Why is it Italian? Oh, you know what? Maybe this is the Italian-American hybrid. There is an Italian English hybrid, which I don't know what that was all about. I didn't select it on my Blu-ray, but it's speaking Italian here on the intro.
Portuguese. There's some Portuguese, isn't it? Let me look. You got to change it. Okay, I have to change it back to English. I had mine at subtitles in Portuguese.
No, I'm listening to the actual audio.
Oh, okay.
The talking is in Italian, so this might be the hybrid I read about. Now, why some of it's in Italian, but the actors are speaking in English, so I think we should be cool there. But as I was saying, I was getting bricked up, dude, and I was laying in bed with a wife, and I was watching this whole intro, and of course she fucking decided to like look up at the wrong time when these like two chicks are like getting it on. I was like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "You had to look up now." I was just waiting for you to like just go to sleep, and it looks like I'm just watching the most deviant fucking Italian sleazeball fucking porn because it does. It looks like shitty 70s.
Yeah,
let's double check. Is it in English? Yeah, hold on.
I can't tell. They're in
Yeah,
the
he hasn't.
classroom.
They're not talking yet. Yeah,
Yeah, it's in
English.
English. Yeah,
It's
so
supposed to be the hybrid.
basically they're a bunch of students in a university in Italy, and I believe they're in some sort of art class in the university. And this is your professor here, and basically he doesn't want
AK
anything to do with them.
killer.
Yeah,
You know how I knew it was the killer? Like right away. Well, not right away, but here soon, because he's talking to that's arguably your main chick, the chick with the blonde hair. She's
yeah,
supposed to be from America and she's like an exchange student or she's studying abroad, whatever.
yeah.
So there's gonna be a scene here real shortly where he's like walking out in the town with her and she makes the comments like oh, you really should you look better without your glasses or something. She says something and he
Hmm.
takes offense like ugh. And we at this point we already saw the US intro that shows the guy with the doll and getting the eyes out of the doll,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
maybe it's
yeah.
because the US intro shows that, but it's like, oh, clearly this is the guy that's fucking got weird doll issues and sibling, you know what I mean? It's just like that's him, that's fucking him. And sure enough it was. And why is he scarred? Because he saw like his brother or friend fall trying to grab a doll and he got smashed. And it's like Silent Night, Deadly Night logic, where it just fucking flipped a switch in his brain to be a killer and
I
poke out eyes. And I don't get it. I don't get it.
I like Stefano though. This guy, uh,
Stavros, dude.
the kind of yeah,
No, I'm
the
just
kind of
kidding.
sleazeball Stefano that no girl actually wants, but
Oh, the one that's impotent, where she's like,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
she's
yeah.
like, she's like the whore, like, you gay or impotent, you pay me same rate, it don't matter. And he just like almost chokes her out. And yeah, he's a
I think he did, didn't he? No, no,
no,
no.
he
Okay,
left. He
yeah,
left.
he left.
She left, and he
Yeah,
like did this number, like he stopped himself, which obviously is there to be a red herring and throw you off. Like who done
yeah.
it? Like, ooh, he's got some fucking issues. But we don't really ever. They don't really ever expound on that anymore. I mean, maybe he is gay, or he's impotent, or can't get it up, and maybe he's just there to fucking confuse you. Because
Yeah,
he ends up getting killed.
yeah, he gets killed by the main
Was the killer?
killer.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he wants a woman that doesn't want him, that sort of thing. Jane's our main character, which I think Jane does a great job.
The blonde, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So why is he so obsessed with her? Does it really? It doesn't act like has she, they don't. It doesn't. It seems like their relationship is fairly new. Has she been in like the class all year, and he's just gotten obsessive with her, or what's his fascination? I don't really understand.
I don't know. I think they're trying to portray him as a guy from the States as well, because doesn't he have like a Columbia University jacket on? Which
you
obviously the dude's Italian, but
you could be right. That I might not hear. What another sleazy scene? This is giving me Maniac vibes.
oh yeah.
I was waiting for Spinell to jump on the fucking hood of the car and blast her ass with a
Blast
shotgun.
Vini did in the
Yeah,
face.
blast her in the face. We haven't done Maniac either.
Maniac's great. I love Maniac. One of my favorites.
Maniac's really good. As far as those greasy fucking movies go, I think it's probably maybe as good as it's gonna get for me on those.
Ah, Joe Spinell's king, man.
Yeah, he's constantly sweating, dude, like a fucking burrito, a burrito sweats. I mean, he's just like, what's a food that's like a hot dog. He's constantly sweating like a fucking
Yeah.
hot dog on the fucking grill, dude, plumping.
A
Oh,
gas station hot dog on the
absolutely.
rollers. No, but this is cool because I mean, this isn't your typical Giallo because it's a lot like a slasher too. So I mean, they have slasher elements to it.
But giallos
Um,
always have slasher elements,
no,
typically.
they do, but this is more of a slasher, I believe, because you have the
Yeah.
mass killer and everything like that.
And he's got his
Uh,
little calling card. He saws him, and
yep.
so we're just supposed to. They don't ever show it, but they insinuate that he saws him at the torso, like Black Dahlia or something.
Mhm.
Is that what they're insinuating? Because this movie never goes full bore. I don't like total exploitation, and even like with the sex and stuff, it never gets too crazy. It's like they show a lot of it, like when they toy with the idea of the threesome and that one girl and those
Yeah.
two guys. Like it stops before it gets too fucking weird. But which
So I
I
guess
can
Sergio Martino got the idea of torso from. I guess there was like a mad butcher in Italy or something that like ended up killing his family and butchering him, cutting him up into pieces and not knowing what to do with them. And I guess that's one of the things he figured out when coming up with this killer.
I like her in the car because when he reacted, like, oh, this pervert's watching us, and she's like, "What do you care?" Like,
Yeah.
what?
What do you expect? You're sitting under a bridge, man.
But I mean,
Of
like,
course you're gonna look in.
why is she like, what do you? Are you into it? Like
Hmm.
I mean, maybe I can understand like it's not worth chasing after him, but like, of course, dude, if somebody just watched me get down and dirty, dude, in the car, you know. Of course, we've all been there. Have you ever like stumbled across somebody in a car steaming up the windows?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
And I remember like me and some friends, we
You
went
always
out
want to get a quick peek.
me and some friends were out doing a bonfire. We went out in some land, country road, and middle of nowhere in the Midwest, and we were building a bonfire. And then we had come across the country road or whatever, and there's a carport to the side, and we could tell what was going on in the car. We even saw it move a little bit. And then like I was remember we went up to it. My buddy Mikey, you know, you slap the hood really hard and scare the shit out of him. You fucking and we watched this guy's ass like poke up in the window, like oh, like
I didn't do it. I just watched it. I'm just like
two pre-
problem child, dude.
yeah, two
Can you
pressed
im-
hams
can you imagine, dude, being one of those guys, the neighbors or whatever, that's sitting there
pulling up a
watching the
lawn chair, dude.
babysitter and the guy going at it or whatever in
Yeah,
problem child?
that's a weird neighborhood to live into where you guys are all like high fiving, pulling up lawn chairs and
Having
popcorn, like
pizza,
hey.
dude.
It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, this chick's probably not underage. Like you guys were all just like watching this. I mean, did they ever establish how old she was?
I
Maybe she
don't
was like a
know.
college kid. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, the old so the Italian ski mask. Hold on. The Italian what? Fuck. The Italian ski mask looks like white basketballs with holes
I
cut
think
in
it's
them.
cool, dude. I think I love the ski mask they used.
Yeah, it's real sleazy. It's real basic. But you know, what year did this come out?
73.
This is really early.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you could honestly say, oh well, this is very stock, but no, this actually predates most of the slashers
Hmm.
that you know might have copied this whole thing. So it's
This predated Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That was what, 74?
yeah,
So
oh dude.
this I
So I love the effects. First of all, nice dramatic rip of the tits and they bounce. And he's gonna cut yeah, the doll eyes. Oh, you do see him here too. Look at that
yeah.
fake. I like the fake prosthetics. That looks totally terrible, but I can deal with that campy violence. I like it.
Hmm.
Um
No, I agree, man. It looks terrible in 4K, but I appreciate it, man. It makes it more fun.
oh, it did look terrible in 4K. Like,
But so, I
yeah.
mean, what do you expect?
Our boy Griffin Dunn wannabe got killed there on the rocks. He looks like American Werewolf in London.
He does, man. Exactly.
Silhouette. The only time I've ever seen people have sex in person was accidentally walking into my friend's living room and he was getting head. You know, I've heard, dude. I had a buddy I worked with. He's like, yeah, man. I was his roommate at the time. He's like, I was sitting on my couch and you know, my roommate were on the couch, you know, and watching a movie, and all of a sudden his girlfriend was over, and he started fucking her on the couch. Like it was getting, maybe we were having a little beers or whatever.
Disrespectful,
No, but
dude.
he's like, we were smoking and having beers, and all of a sudden she just started sucking my dick, and he just let it happen. He's like, yeah, my buddy's tagging her from mine. I'm getting my dick sucked. It was great. Like,
Jeez.
God.
And then he probably kissed her afterwards. That's disgusting, man.
But this kind of guy also said he accidentally fucked a 14-year-old. He's like, I didn't know she looked older. I'm like, yeah, why are you saying this? Why are you saying any of this out loud? This goes to the grave, man. What are you doing? Like, oh, I accidentally fucked.
That's sick, dude.
And then what made it even weird is we had this guy who was like, we're all, he was like my age. We're like around 20. His name was Gary. He was a creepy dude, and he was already questionable in his tastes. And he goes, "You're the king." Like he loved to get infatuation with like young girls. Like, oh God. And I remember we had this like server start at the restaurant, and you know, she was obviously like of age to wait tables, but she was one of these people that looked like you could have cast her and Say by the Bell as like some 13-year-old. She looked so young looking, and he was all over her like fucking flies on shit. Dude, it's just fucking terrible.
Bunch of perverts you worked with.
Restaurants, dude. That's where you
No.
get restaurants. You get the uneducated and you get the fucking people with records, dude. Because that's the only places you can, you know, get hired. Anyway, hand job at the bar. Hold on. I seen someone getting pounded in a bookstore bathroom. You seen it? Were they like not in a stall, dude? Did you wear a ski mask? A white ski mask?
So back to the movie. Jane comes back to she comes back to the art exhibit or whatever, is looking at the Jesus paintings and saying how much she loves them.
She's talking to not Peter Fonda.
Yeah, he's the lame version of Peter Fonda, that's for sure.
Yeah.
She has kind of an infatuation with her professor, but
Yeah. She's teasing him. See, she has it coming. She's just She's perpetrating. She's building up this infatuation
it's
he's
like
got.
Kelly Kapowski and Professor Lasky, man. I mean,
It's exactly what I was thinking about the whole time. This is basically the Saved by the Bell, the college years, the Italian movie.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, obviously ripped it
And
off.
the guy that saves her at the end is Zach, who comes back
Yep.
crawling. I thought we'd always be together. Like he forgives her.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
she treated Zach like trash, and he kept wanting to come back to her, which is sickening.
oh yeah, she fucking trashed him for Jeff, dude.
Oh
And
yeah,
they dump it. Didn't they break up because of Jeff?
yeah.
But then they got back together. Then what? Then with
Then they got
Lasky.
married.
But what happened with Lasky? He just forgave her and they got married.
No, she didn't marry Lasky. She married Zach.
But she was
Remember?
with
She
Lasky.
was with
How
Lasky.
did they patch that up? Did he patch it up by proposing to her, or like how did that happen?
I think Kelly proposed to Lasky, and Lasky didn't want it because
Kelly proposed to Lasky, and she got
I think
dumped.
so. I
And
think
then
so.
and Zach was there to fucking just
Pick up the
pick her.
pieces.
Yeah, it's like, oh, Lasky turns you down, then you come back to poor old Zach.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'm standing at the edge of tomorrow.
Zach used to be top G, and then college years he was not top G.
Yeah. Anyway, he's half Indonesian. Did you know that? Mark
I
Paul
didn't know that.
Gosselaar.
No,
He's
huh.
half Asian. You can tell by the eyes. It's like, oh, it makes sense. Anyway, but yeah, so I guess that's enough. I don't with this guy, this teacher. I don't know how we're correlating his trauma with like the kid falling and dying. Okay, whatever. He's trying to reach for a doll. Okay, I'll entertain that. That's where the doll comes from, poking the eyes out, whatever. But how does this turn into him being a pervert? Because he's a pervert. He's watching people have sex, the students,
Yeah.
and he's killing most. And they're not all. Yeah, well, I think with the exception of that vendor, they're all students. Which that's my favorite death in the whole movie when that guy's getting his face smashed with the car.
The scarf salesman.
When he's getting his face, and there's like one scene. It's almost like the Terminator. Like it's like prosthetic face gets squashed, and then in the next frame, it's just like the actor with blood on his nose.
Yeah.
I'm like, his face was just caved in 2 seconds ago. This guy healed up real nice. This is our main guy who they're trying to throw you off.
Stefano, yeah.
Yeah, he's got the mole. How's my mole? Look at this. Look at these Ronies. Look at these tenderonis on her.
Is this
Jeez.
the brothel or was this the?
This is the whore. This is the whore.
Okay.
So he had an eyeball on the whores on the
that's
street,
right.
and then he's getting a hooker, and she's trying to get paid, and he can't get up, and she's like, "Oh, it's okay." And that's where she's like, "Oh, you're gay or impotent, doesn't matter. I'm still making my money." I feel like he doesn't really look like him here. When I saw him in this shot, I'm like, "Is that the same guy?" But I guess it is.
No, you can see by his mole.
That's the only thing. But they could have put a fake mole on a stand-in.
Yeah.
Like, hey, but I guess it's him. Let's see here. Italian Peter Fonda wants Italian Uma's finger toes wrapped around him. Oh wait, I know Todd doesn't want to, but I have to get it back up to this. I accidentally opened the door up and seen some guy fucking an old fug in the bathroom at the bookstore. Gross. That's where Todd does all his shitting in bookstores. So he's choking her out and he stops himself. So I don't know what Stefano's deal is, but obviously he's just a red herring. But I don't know where his trauma comes from and why he just looks.
I just think he just has the hots for the another woman, so he can't really he can't even get it up for the
that's dedication.
the horrors, yeah.
This is the guy that saves the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now what's this guy's name again?
I don't know, John Stamos, whatever. We got bootleg John Stamos, we got bootleg Fonda, we got bootleg somebody else. The girls in this are kind of attractive. Some of them are kind of cute. These are the two guys that want to give the one chick the double stuff, dude. They've got it hot for her.
Yeah, these guys are super sleazy dudes. Absolutely.
Super sleazy. And here in a second, I think they're taking her to like some hippie party. And I'm like, did they have hippies in Italy?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, the hippie movement was pretty.
Was it all over?
They're all over the world. Yeah.
And she's getting high, and she's just letting him. Go
ahead. Is this? They drive away, and she's looking back out of the window. Did I miss that?
No, that was a different guy. That was the killer. He had the red scarf.
Oh, okay.
She got on the back of one of their bikes. They were on their little crotch rockets, and so they're going to a party, and then we had the killer through his POV, and you could see like the red scarf that's going to be like a plot point the whole fucking movie. Right. Look at this party, dude. This looks like a drug den.
Yeah, so this is in like some sort of warehouse. They're having like a warehouse party or
Uh-huh.
something with a bunch of hippies, and I don't know, just dropping LSD and acting goofy, man.
And they're just
Um,
all watching it like it's a show, like this chick just
and, and this girl is just so stoned out of her mind, where she's just letting whatever happen to her,
it,
until she tells the guy to take his pants off, and then she puts out a joint out in his crotch. So
yeah, that's great. I love this upskirt shot, dude.
yeah, it's a cool shot, man.
That's a great
Like
shot.
Daisy Dukes.
So we have fucking Vinny Barbarino and Squiggy here trying to try to make a Chinese finger trap out of our babe here. She's not high enough. This guy, the black guy back there with the afro looks like he jumped right out of the Warriors, dude. He looks awesome. Dude,
This is the sleazy part.
this
Dude.
is the sleaziest. This is the part that's like it doesn't quite get it doesn't go all the way. Like I for a second there, I'm like, are they gonna like pull some dicks out and she's gonna literally start sucking a dick? I'm like, I can't. And luckily it did stop before that.
Was your wife still watching this?
No, she was out. She was out by this point. Thank
Yeah,
God.
I couldn't watch this with my wife. She wouldn't get it. I mean, she doesn't like horror movies in general.
I'd look at her and be like, yeah, does this do anything for you? It's like, I didn't think so. No, I was kidding. I love what was I gonna say? Oh gosh. I was gonna say something I can't remember. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. Uh, so this is it just because it's so proto to genre stuff because this is 1973, or is it strictly an Italian thing? But there's something about this film and a lot of Italian giallos where, especially this, because this even predates, Suspirias and stuff like that, right? But
yeah,
the Goblin soundtracks. What is with the jazz, the happy jazz music?
it's so
It's an
out of
Italian thing,
place. It's so out of place, dude. I don't know. I don't
but
know
but
why he used that, but
But I think it's also I've seen it in other Italian movies where they have this like
really,
just but this movie in particular, it's so happy, like when they show them just walking around daytime. Like I think it's like after a scene like this, it might be where she's gonna get murdered in this marsh. Well, it's not really a marsh because there's trees. I think technically a marsh is treeless, but it's like a swampy, wet place. And like the next scene, it's like the most happiest Miller Boyette fucking Family Matters music. And it's so crazy, but it does kind of paint a contrast though.
this scene in particular, this is probably my favorite scene in the movie. It's
It's
beautifully
great.
shot.
It looks fantastic. I love the twilight of the woods.
It looks awesome in 4K, dude.
Yeah,
Very,
it
very
looks cool
nice.
in Blu-ray, and I just love how the killer looks. The up shots of the killer standing over her,
Well,
and you get a good look at his face. You get a good look at his DSLs through that mask, dude. This guy,
that's why a lot of these are slasher elements right here, not
Mhm.
giallo. With some of
Like
these shots.
this is the shot that looks awesome.
Yeah. Oh,
I think his
absolutely.
shot looks so cool. And I wonder if they had to use a lot of fog machine or if this is all natural. I don't know if they're like in some kind of bog. Maybe it's natural. But yeah, it looks really, really cool. And the fact that this came out, before Black Christmas,
1973. eh, So
it
this was
predates Black Christmas. It predates.
so basically, yeah, we were right. They recut this film and they dubbed a version for the States here, and then they did double features with this and Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974. So they were doing it for the drive-in / grindhouse circuits.
Mm,
So yeah.
gotcha. Let's see, Silhouette. Hey, dudes, this isn't allowed on YouTube. Maybe I should report the video. Yeah, if you want to be a square, bro. You realize there's some like 13-year-old raging hormone kid that has this bookmarked, ready to watch it when his parents go to sleep, and he's gonna go on here ready to fucking beat it for the first time in his life, and it's gonna say removed by some square. Don't hurt this kid. I'd rather kids find this kind of stuff organically because it's not that bad than go straight to fucking chicks stroking off donkeys, dude, and whatever's online. It's ridiculous. This is the good old days. This is the stuff that we would come across. You'd watch this like in a late night movie and you'd see a couple of tits, like, whoa.
So of course, they have to refer to the critics' response. Of course, Tarantino loves this film. Eli Roth, one of his favorite giallos, influences on Grindhouse and Hostel Part 2, blah, blah, blah. I mean, of course.
Well, I feel like the fact that it's so early gives it even more points.
Yeah.
It does, because it just predates so much. And man, it's not that it's a bad thing, but is there anything Eli Roth doesn't like?
Yeah.
I
That's
feel like
true.
he likes everything. It's kind of like, oh, okay,
I love this scene. This is so cool, dude.
this whole shot's really awesome.
Yeah. Raise a
Yeah.
scarf.
And it's really effective, and just an awesome setting, man. Like, how many serial killer death scenes do you have somebody like squirming around in the mud of a bog?
And basically just, choking or drowning her in the mud puddle. Yeah, it's very effective.
Yeah,
Kill
and
here.
even the music here, I love how it feels like they got fucking Jethro Tull to do the whole soundtrack. The
Yeah.
flute, dude.
That's right.
It's like it's through the whole movie, dude. Like, even the intense stuff. I love it. But for all I know, maybe they weren't using too much like Mellotrons and shit. I don't know when all that stuff got real popular, when they started using like the electronics and the Mellotrons and stuff. I don't know. This is like a lot of like flutes and jazzy stuff. I like how he's just smearing mud all over her tits. Like,
Let me
I don't get it. Like, what? I don't get the doll. I don't get it.
He has a fascination with chess. T-
Classic red blood. They're super deep red.
so this basically it was scored by composed by an Italian name duo known for their work for film scores in the 1970s and 80s. Um, so let's see, blended elements of jazz, funk, and eerie ambience typical of the giallo genre.
Okay, hold on. That guy right there. Okay, I get it. He was like chasing the chick in the bog with his bike, but why does he still have the mud on his neck? Like, I get it. Maybe he's got like a scrape, but he straight up had mud all over his neck.
I
Why didn't you don't clean that off?
you would think by now, right?
It makes no
You-
sense.
yeah.
I don't even care if he just came to 2 seconds before this meeting was called. You're gonna wipe your neck off. Like, oh shit, I got mud where they found the body. I better wipe the fucking mud off my neck. It's so dumb, dude. This chick, that chick with the afro, is a super freak, dude. We almost had some girl on girl with them too later. So Silhouette says, I know none of y'all mean it in a derogatory way, but yeah, YouTube hates the one T word. Which word? I don't know. Which word do we say?
Torso? I don't know.
Was it when we were reading the comment about isn't that not what they want to be fucking called? I'm so confused. What are we supposed to call them then? My my my
Never do it, Slim Jim.
maybe I said it with the I don't know. Maybe that's what he saw. I don't even remember.
So this is, I believe, this is Sergio Martino's third giallo film.
Yeah, what came before it?
He did. Let's see.
Dude, he does look like Fred from Scooby-Doo, the killer, the teacher. That's a good point.
All the Colors of the Dark. He did that one. He did Your Vice is a Locked Room. No, I guess he did more. Case of Scorpion's Tail. He direct that? Yeah. Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward. Yeah, so he's done tons, man. I mean, he has a great filmography of giallos, so highly recommend checking out some of his other stuff.
I don't know if it's because of the dub, but like our main girl, I feel like she's very nonchalant to what the news they just got of the two murder people. She's like, I thought I saw a guy. Yeah, he had a red, but she's like already piecing together the mystery. She's not phased at all. Like, this is literally their classmates, right? They're friends.
Yeah.
They were literally hanging out, and it's like she's not phased at all.
No, it's not really believable when it comes to that.
That's not what these movies are about, though. So
No.
yeah, Silhouette said I wouldn't watch this with more than 0 people. It's not the kind of movie you watch at a party.
No, it's not. But I mean, it's a great slasher.
Can you imagine the people that go to like the old Spank theaters, on the Deuce, Like, how do people go to those sleazy theaters where people are clearly jerking off, dude? That's weird. Getting all hot. That's probably part of it too. Let's all congregate in this one room. Imagine how funky that box smells that you're in with all these people, and just you probably hear
It's
like
gross,
the
dude.
guy behind me is almost done. I can hear him speeding up.
Only
It's
in
like,
it's crazy how we come from the 70s to where we are now as a
mhm.
society where that was like or a lot of people were doing that stuff.
Yeah, you had like you had the jerk off parlors too, or the booths, and you can see like the girls and the glass or whatever. You just spank it, put in like a quarter. The what do they call it? Like like
The peak
peak
booths.
the peak booths. They still have that stuff to a degree in Japan, but it's more like futuristic. Where now it's like, because back in the '80s and stuff, yeah, it was literally, you used to rent the room, and they'd have like a CRT TV with a selection of videotapes and a box of tissues, and you would just pay. Japanese people would go in there, just jerk off, and clean it, and you'd be gone. Like, it wasn't anything special, not like real girls. And now it's like they got these places that are like total like state of the art VR, like realistic genitalia, and you go in there like, oh, not that I did it, but I saw the buildings everywhere. I'm like, I was curious, like I feel like I want to see this place, but I want to go in there. I didn't have the balls, but I always wondered though. I was wondering when I was in there. I'm like, so if I went in here and I did the deed, do I like bow to the jizz mopper? Because everybody's so polite there, like he's coming up there and just cleaning up.
You probably would have to pay tip him, I would guess.
Everything's so much classier there. Probably no, they don't do tips in Japan. You just give them a nice bow. They take so much pride in their work. I bet you the guy who cleans the jizz on the floors of those places, he's got a lot of pride. I bet he does it better than anybody.
So the release of this on home release, it looks like I don't believe this ever got a home release until the year 2000. Anchor Bay put out a DVD of this. I
Mm.
wasn't able to find any VHS. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But yeah, I think 2000 was the first time it really got around to the States.
Is Anchor Bay technically still around, or are they defunct? What's
They
going on in
came,
Anchor Bay?
they came back as a new company. So somebody bought them out, but they kept the name. So they just bought the name. They didn't get the catalog, but they just have the name. So they're
What's the
putting the
point?
stuff out right now. Like a lot of the stuff that's going to the like the small indie film circuit
Mhm.
um are getting picked up by like Anchor Bay. So a lot of those what's that what's that film convention in Kansas City? Scream Con I don't know, but it's like a indie film festival. A lot of those films got picked up by Anchor Bay and they're putting them out. So
Mm. Hey, Silhouette, if the teacher's Fred, this fucking scarf seller's Shaggy, dude.
oh gosh, he is Shaggy.
This guy, he immediately gets on the phone with his clients. They give me money and I keep it a secret. He deserves what he gets, dude, trying
He's
to extort
creepy,
him.
dude.
Yeah, he's like, he just took a bad one off the streets, dude, with him. He did us all a favor. I feel like everybody in this movie and a lot of these movies are just perverts. Biggest mistake I made was watching The Girl Next Door by that Ketchum actor with my dad, not Ash Ketchum, the true crime author.
I don't know if I saw that, The Girl Next Door. Have you seen
Yeah, I
that?
didn't see that one. That one's on my list too. That fucked up movie. It's not Girl Next Door starring Alicia Cuthbert. That's also a good movie. But yeah, the one you're talking about's on my list. Yeah, I heard it. That's what's kept me kind of, because it's just that kind of stuff, and exploitation is hard for me to watch. So really got to brace myself. That's probably the kind of thing that I'd have to watch for a reason. Like if we're gonna do a commentary or something, it might push me to do it. But I don't know. I just don't gravitate to watch those movies usually above other stuff. Uh, Looking at tree branches hurt my eyes after I recently saw one end up in my brother's ear when we were walking. It was gushing out water, but not blood. His ear was gushing out water. Okay. Yeah, here he is trying to extort him, dude.
So this movie was shot on location around is that Paraguay,
Oh,
historic
really?
city in central Italy. Um, Primary backdrop was a film's college setting. So yeah, it was the local college, University for Foreigners is what they call it.
Mm. Look at this guy's chiclet teeth, dude.
Oh man, those are bad.
Yeah, she's kind of cute. The long hair. So who I don't understand, like, are they just all schoolmates? Why they all get horny and fucking each other? Like all the women. Is this just a product of the time? It's like, hey, we all fucking free love, man. We're just all betting each other down. It ain't nothing.
Yeah, I mean it is what late hippie era, because that was what, the 60s. So the famous swamp scene, was filmed in a remote villa area in Tuscany, like a countryside. So,
4K, what's up, brother? Did you go on? Did
hey,
you do
Brad, what's
something
up?
with them? I thought did you do something with Brad?
No, not yet. No.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, eventually, yeah, he invited me on.
Todd,
He just got back from Japan too. So Brad did.
Oh, really? You were in Japan?
Yeah, he was in like a couple weeks before you.
Oh, okay. How long did you stay? Where did you go? What did you partake in? Yeah, and hold on. If you got it, we'd all be concerned, Aaron. I guess I'm out of sync. I don't know what you're talking about. Got what? He's like, you know what the ski mask dude looks like? Cybermen from classic Doctor Who. Ain't nobody here watching Doctor Who. Nerd. I'm just kidding. I like Quantum Leap, which is
Quantum Leap is my favorite.
but Quantum Leap is kind of knockoff Doctor Who, kinda.
Yeah, anything with Scott Bakula, man.
Lord of the Illusions is getting a 4K release. It's finally
I did see that. Yeah.
Which I've never loved the movie, but damn it if I'm not going to buy it again. Because I love Scott, I love Clive Barker. I can't love that movie, and I want to, but I have to own it, and I'll just have to get rid of my Blu-ray copy.
I think Monkey Shines is coming out on 4K too. So
that one could fuck off. I don't have that on Blu-ray. I don't have that. I don't need that movie. That movie sucks, dude. Hey, where's our buddy Alpha Romero? Alpha Romero, if you're still on, what do you think about Monkey Shines? Because as much as I love Romero, like the next guy, we don't get a free pat. He looks like Swallowitz, that guy in the door. Look at him.
He does. Yeah.
Why is everybody a pervert in this? Because they're throwing you off. Like, could he be the killer?
Yeah.
Voya. But yeah, even you can't, Alpha. You can't tell me Monkey Shines is good.
And that's my least favorite Romero film. I don't like that one, or The Dark Half. Those two. Is that The Dark Half, or
Dark Half is Romero? Yeah.
No, what was it? Yeah, Two Evil Eyes. Yeah, Dark Half. I can't stand Dark Half, or I can't stand Monkey Shines. I'd rather watch any other Romero movie than those two.
Everybody help me out with the T word. Got it. Dude, I thought that's what they were called. Like, what are you supposed to refer to them as? I'm confused. I'm not long for this world. I can't understand it anymore. Tremendous animator selling off some titles. Yeah, dudes with tits. I call them dudes with tits. I guess that gets the point. But some of our viewers are probably dudes with tits. I don't think that narrows it down enough. So I don't know what to say.
Hey, they're getting smaller. I'm losing weight.
I don't know if that zones in on it enough. But now you could say dudes with pussy. That's a little more fair. My dad once knew of a place in Cali called Spunk City. You guys remember Spunky on Rocco's Modern Life? Spunky.
Good old Rocco's Modern Life.
I bet Spunky had to clean up some of Rocco's mess, if you know what I mean. Sometimes his Spunky. I love that show, dude.
I haven't seen it forever. I used to like it a lot too.
Don't know if I really cared for that Netflix comeback movie they made.
I didn't even know they did that.
Yeah, like maybe 7 years ago, 6-7 years ago.
Trying to rebrand all those old films, it doesn't work. I mean, look what's happening to Snow White. I mean, that's getting dragged through the mud.
Yeah, so the Snow White thing is interesting because I guarantee you it's a shit movie, but it's also getting review bombed.
Yeah.
It's got like a 1.2 Rotten Tomatoes. You could tell it's a little bit of column A and B. People are going after it because it's hip to dogpile on it, and obviously people want to dogpile on it because the chick, that Rachel Ziegler chick, is insufferable, absolutely
Yeah.
insufferable.
Yeah.
So, but there's no way the movie is that bad. But it. People look, here it is, dude. He's getting his head crushed. Oh, he missed
Oh
it.
yeah.
God dang it. That's when his head's normal, dude. But it's like it was like
Oh,
caved in, and then it was back, like it just popped back into place. But you know what? I think that's, in a way, though, it's not the worst thing in the world, because people always say it's like vote with your wallet. And if people aren't happy with something, maybe they're going at it for like a political thing, but I think more people should do that for movies they're just tired of. Like, who wants to keep seeing these Disney fucking live action movies? Vote with your wallet, crash and burn them, and review bomb them. Whatever you got to do,
well,
man.
that's what
I
they need
mean,
to do with all the comic book movies.
that's what you got to tell. If you're tired of it, if people keep going to see this stuff, they're going to keep making it, because ultimately the businesses just want, to turn a profit. They just care about the fiscal year. They don't care what they're shoveling down your throat. So if people boycott it, don't go see it, and review bomb the hell out of it, even if it's not justified, that'll teach them. I mean, it sucks, but
I'm still waiting for Mighty Ducks 4 to come out.
not me. What,
I want Emilio Estevez back on the big screen.
was Sean Weiss dude in it today? Skinny Sean Weiss. Skinny Sean Weiss, who thinks he can do stand-up comedy, dude.
Is it bad?
I mean, I don't know if it's bad. It's just I'm not knocking on him, but like he came out of recovery, and he got his stuff straightened out, which is good. But like, these child actors, a lot of them have no transferable skills. So when Hollywood stops knocking on your door, they have nothing to fall back on. So it's funny when so many of them, like, I'm hitting the road, and some of them will get like dates books because they have some kind of a name, even though they have no history as a stand-up comedian, and they'll try their hand at it. And God bless them, but like, I can never take it seriously. Who else did that? The Jackass guys did that too.
Mm.
Because basically, when they're not suckling at Johnny Knoxville's teats for a role in a Jackass movie, because they've all said, like, well, we're just waiting on the call. Like, we want Johnny to do another, because Johnny has to agree to do another Jackass movie. And I bet you they're all popping bubbly when they announce a new one. But I remember they had the fourth one, and then there was a huge gap between the third and the fourth one, and nobody thought a fourth one was ever coming. It was like way past their prime. That was a couple years ago that came out. So they had all resorted to doing stand-up comedy, and they were touring as like a package. And Steve-O was kind of headlining, and then I saw him when I worked at a comedy club here in town. They came through. So it was Steve-O, and then he had like Chris Pontius, Preston Lacey, the big fat ass, Wee Man, maybe some, not Bam. Bam was kind of estranged, and obviously Ryan Dunn was dead, but at least those ones. And no, Steve-O is a sideshow act. He worked in the circus, and he would always do like all the stunts and do the crazy, he would harm himself and do all the crazy stunts. That's kind of all he did, was like pull out his dick and do like fucking hot sauce shit. So at least that's something. I guess it's like people were like here for it, like, all right. But the other guys, Preston Lacey and these guys were not funny. They were going up, and they were like stammering through the words, clearly like shy, and they were just like telling Jackass stories. And it's like, yeah, dude, I saw the movie. None of it was really special. It was a lot of, hey, you remember that part? Yeah, that was awesome. It was like, what the fuck? They were hacks, dude. And they're just trying to make money. I get it. Like, what else are they gonna do? But it's like Happy Gilmore. Oh, leave him alone. He's just trying to make some money. Like I did the squeegee.
Which that Happy Gilmore 2 trailer looked awful, dude.
Yeah, it looks like shit.
Yeah.
And on one hand, they're not trying to overly capture the 90s. I thought they were really gonna go in heavy with the nostalgia, but they didn't. I mean, there's a little bit there with some of the classic rock, but it kind of looked like a modern Happy Gilmore movie, which I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. And
I
I
don't
mean,
know. Shooter McGavin's in it. He's funny, dude.
half the
Follow him on Twitter. He's funny.
half the cast is dead. Grandma's dead.
No.
Carl Weathers'
Chubb's
dad,
dead.
sadly.
Yeah.
And what you would think they would. I thought they were really going to capitalize on Shooter in the trailer, and they didn't.
Yeah.
You saw like a clip, like really fast. You saw Shooter for a second, but like no man, Bob Barker, you can't bring him back. He's
Is
dead.
Ben Stiller in it?
Yeah, Ben Stiller was in there. Mr. Gilmore, they showed him, but
Oh, okay. I can't remember that.
I mean, it's on Netflix. We all have Netflix. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it can't be worse than Dumb and Dumber 2. God willing.
Oh,
But I'm just unfazed. I can't be hurt with these bad sequels they put out. It is what it is.
yeah. I'm not upset about it. Whatever.
Going to the tractor pool. Where's Jethro taking these Stacy's? What's going
I didn't
on?
know they had a tractor in Italy.
That guy looks like a missing link, dude. That guy right there with the overalls. Look at him, dude. He looks like Charlie Kirk, dude.
Missing a few chromosomes.
Is that his name, Charlie Kirk?
It does look like Charlie Kirk, dude.
He looks like Charlie. He's like with beady eyes, dude, close to his head. Anyway,
so they're looking up to the villa here, where they're all taking a little. They're trying to get away from the killer, is what they're trying to do. So they go up to a remote villa to get away from it all.
Yeah, it's very, I could see if like Wes Craven or Kevin Williamson were inspired for Scream, because it's like a group of friends are kind of all seemingly being targeted, and why else would they go to a villa? Because maybe I'm next. It's very Screamish, right? What did they write on the windshield? And why was it in English?
That.
Why was it? Did they do an
Yeah.
English one, and then they do a take with Italian?
They might have.
Silhouette, very astute. He says these schools look like castles or manors. When you go to Europe, you're going to get a lot of that stuff, man. Some of these universities are way older than our country here, and they look like that. And a lot of the mansions have a certain, just a lot of old houses look like this, man.
It's crazy though. These are college students, and I don't think this is hers. I think this is her uncle's or whatever.
Mm.
But they can actually live in something this big when they're in college. They're supposed to be broke college students.
Yeah, well, they never are. In movies, it's like people are always working like dead end waitress jobs, and they've got like Manhattan penthouse apartments.
That's true.
It makes no sense. If you guys ever watched Friends, it's like, you ever believe for a minute that Chandler lets Joey Tribbiani live in his apartment like rent free? The guy's out of work all the time.
Oh God, I know.
He's like a struggling actor. He never works. It's like, dude, he just entertains them, and he gets to live there.
That's one show I can't stand, dude. My wife loves that show. I've never liked Friends.
Yeah, I'm not a big Friends stan.
Seinfeld is my show.
Yeah, Friends is watchable. Like, it's fine. It's whatever, but it's not what everybody makes it out to be. And there's a lot of annoying stuff. Like, I think Chandler Bing's annoying. I think
they're all annoying.
I love
Ross.
I love when Norm Macdonald will talk about him, because I guess in the height of Friends, Matthew Perry hosted SNL, and I guess he was just rubbing him the wrong way, because he was going in there with like his big dick swing, and like he was cock of the walk, I'm on Friends or whatever, and he just tells stories about his time on there, and he just wasn't having it. And they were pitching, because Norm was a writer too. I remember like whoever was writing was pitching this idea. Like, Matt has an idea for a skit. He's teaching a class, and it's where he's teaching everybody how to do Matt speak. Like how if Chandler talks, like, could I be wearing any more clothes? And Norm's just like, you talking about sarcasm? Like, being a smart ass, like, because it's sarcasm, like Matt speak. Get this fucking guy out of his fucking hack. He's like, you talking about sarcasm?
Norm Macdonald is so funny, dude.
Like, you're talking about sarcasm?
I saw that Interdice Clay is now hanging out with the critic. What's his face?
John Lovitz.
John Lovitz, yeah, and they're in some sort of like,
that's the role you go to. You call him the critic, dude.
Yeah. So him and John Lovitz are in like some airport convenience store or something, and Dice is telling him to go up to the cash register lady and ask her for like a cleaning cloth for his glasses. You know how he does this like stupid like Larry David type of humor. He's like, Dice is always acting. I mean, this is not really the way Dice is. He's just doing it for the camera, but it's just funny him hanging out with John Lovitz, dude.
Well, because he does like the TikToks.
Yeah.
That's how he sells like a lot of his tickets these days, because he's in on the TikTok generation. He does his like videos.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I don't know if all those comedians they run into each other. I don't know if
He's
he's like,
handing
hey,
it up.
I don't know if he's hanging out with John Lovitz like
I don't know if he is, but
willingly.
it's funny, dude. If they would, do
I don't know
some
if he
sort of
still
tour.
does, but John Lovitz, he owned a big comedy club in Anaheim.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, like a big comedy club that a lot of you. So, I mean, yeah, they're all gonna.
Just looking at John Lovitz makes me laugh, dude.
Yeah, he's goofy looking. Doctor Who makes Tommy Boy eat butthole for breakfast, lunch, and din. Do you guys remember that Colin Farrell sex tape, dude? Where he's like, "Oh, I could eat you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner." Oh, it's,
No, I don't remember
it's
that.
cringe, dude. Cringe, like eat you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Jesus.
I thought it was so funny because, like, in the last couple of years, Sharon Osbourne, I think, interviewed Colin Farrell on whatever chat show was she on, and she brought it up. She's like, "Oh, she brought up the sex tape." She's like, "Oh, I've seen it, breakfast, lunch, and dinner." And he's like, "Oh, God," he's like turning red. Oh, because that was like years ago. I thought I recovered from that.
Oh, that's funny, dude.
Like, God, Sharon Osbourne's flicking it to my fucking video, dude. God, gross. Ozzy's probably thankful, keeping her off me.
Yeah, I
Thank you.
know. I don't want to talk to her anymore.
Yeah, Silhouette, that's a great question. He's asking, what are you the volume 4 of? That's a Black Sabbath hat, right?
Yeah.
Where did you get that hat?
I just got on eBay.
Yeah, is it cheap? Was it nice? Or is it
$20,
like
yeah. Yeah, it's
is
just a trucker hat.
somebody
Like
just
yours?
embroidered it? Is it embroidered? Or is it
No, it's
no?
not embroidered. No.
Does it say Sabbath on it or just volume
No,
4
just volume 4.
with the font? It's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I would buy more hats if I knew like the size because I like this one because the depth is so good. But sometimes I buy these trucker hats and the depth's like an inch off.
I know. I have to have I have such a big head. It's like 7 5/8 or something. My
So
head
I
is huge,
found I
man.
gotta find this brand. I look on this brand and this actual model, whatever,
Mm.
and I found some blank ones like that white one I wear sometimes. It's the same one, and I don't know. I'd buy more if I could. Look at this, dude. This is turning into some sleazy 70s porn right here. Look at these. They're looking at the eyes. God, this is with the Ian Anderson fucking flute, dude. The Jethro Tull going on.
Yeah, it's definitely
It's kind of hot. I'm not gonna lie, dude. That redhead's the look on her face is it's kind of doing it for me, man.
and you have the black glove.
But why do they do
Somewhat.
this? Like let's be artful. Like, let's put the statue. Clearly, they're kissing. They don't look like they're faking it, by the way. They look like they're really getting down behind that statue. Were they trying to
Maybe it's
avoid
pretty
some sort?
taboo in the 70s. I don't know.
Maybe they, yeah,
Uh,
maybe they were trying to get around some ratings because they showed chicks before, but I don't think they were actually lip locking, were they?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Maybe you're right. Look at there's Charlie Kirk, dude.
Oh yeah.
He's like getting all hot and heavy. Oh, she could rub her tits though, dude. She can't kiss her lips. Um,
Step too far there.
Everybody here is just a pervert peeping Tom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every guy in this movie, which is convenient
Well,
because it
that's what you
really
have to do. I mean,
you have to, otherwise it's like, oh, which peeping Tom is the killer?
yeah.
Why? Yeah, he's like, look, that is Charlie Kirk, dude. He's like running around grunting like an ape. Like he can't talk. Like he looks like a sloth, dude.
Running back to Arizona.
Yeah, ready to debate.
That's right.
Anyway, Charlie Kirk's got a funny head. Anyway, I want to see him around, dude. I'll know if he's in my vicinity if he starts like casting shadow over me like a sundial with that giant fucking pizza head. He's got
He looks like a cartoon character, like
he looks like Charlie Brown.
Pat Sajak did.
He looks like Charlie Brown with I don't know, man, some fucked up genetic eyes. Like his eyes are super close together. I don't know.
Have you ever seen the cartoon version of Pat Sajak? I don't know. What show was that from?
Rugrats.
Oh God, it's hysterical.
And Chucky, because Chucky's dad like won the lottery or whatever, and he put Chucky in the private school, and he was in there with Pat Sajak's kid, and other
Yes.
rich kids. And Pat Sajak's kid looks just like a little Pat Sajak with his big giant blue eyes, and and they were like looking down on him because he was new money. That's the Finster kid, like he's new money, going down the slides, dude.
Oh my gosh, I'm looking at a picture of him, right, dude. He is so creepy looking, dude.
Yeah. Did Pat Sajak retire? Or did he die?
He retired.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and Seacrest took over for him.
Oh yeah.
Which I always liked Pat Sajak. I always enjoyed watching him. See, I was never a Wheel of Fortune guy until my wife got me into that. And I used to like Jeopardy, and I don't watch that anymore.
Okay, so Sean Boyle's setting us straight. So you got to put men after it or women after it. And that's the proper term. My wedding's best man is now a lady. Life's odd. Yeah, I, it's so hard keeping up with this stuff, man.
Yeah, I don't.
And who decides what the common term is accepted? Like, are they all like, hey, like, you know what I mean? How do I know that's okay with everybody? Like, who decides this stuff for everybody? It's like when we're talking about like someone that's black, there's African American, Afro American, black, and what's good, what's not, and I don't know. I would think maybe different people would want to be called different things. I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I just work here.
I'm too old to keep up with that shit.
I call people by their name. How about that? Whatever their name is, like that's Frank, Jan.
Ma, start the car.
Shabby got squished. Oh yeah, so I'm behind. I love that Shaggy got squished,
Yeah.
dude. I feel like I've got to I gotta make a short out of that. I love his face getting crushed, dude. I'll
Here's
give
a
James
cabbage
Gunn.
salesman here. No, he's actually bringing groceries to the gals.
Oh yeah, this creepy. Yeah, the milkman.
Yeah, the milkman.
I'll pick up your bot, and he's horny too. He's all worked up, but I mean, who wouldn't be? You walk up on that dude. What am I doing judging casting stones? This guy comes up on just naked chicks.
I'm sure that's probably the first pair he's ever seen, man.
Everybody here looks something special, man. Everybody, all the women are all hot, and all the guys are like, duh, goofy.
Well, that's why it's so great. I mean, that's why the movie's great.
That house, that house is really cool. Dang, dude, slow down, Janice. Fell down the fucking stairs.
Fell down, hurt her ankle, and now she can hang out in her room for the rest of the time.
I like how she put the towel on to come inside.
Yeah, that didn't make sense.
She ran inside, which is the ruckus, but she could be out in the front lawn, dude, with the milkmen and everybody just butt naked. This guy looks like bootleg Gene Wilder. Like Gene Wilder wasn't left in the oven long enough.
It's like Gallagher, dude, bringing the fruit in.
It's not Gallagher. It's Gene Wilder. That's what I'm saying. It's a fucking, Willy Wonka. Anyway, I'll give James Gunn's Superman my money. Same with the MCU Fast 4 that same month. Yeah, that's when Todd was talking about the comment. Yeah, I mean, I'm just so over it. If people want to see it and they make the movies well, good for them. But I think all that stuff needs a pause. We need to hit the pause button on comic movies for 10 years.
Oh God, yeah.
10 years, and then maybe even I would care about a new Spider-Man or something like that, and have somebody else do it. Like, I don't want. It's never going to leave the hands of Disney, which sucks. Like, give it 10 years, and then if anything, I'd want somebody completely new to come in and be like, no, we're going to make a movie.
Here's the handsome doctor saving the day.
Yeah.
Gives her the pain meds.
They're a little short on funds. They're going to have to find some way to pay him. Like, all these scenes.
Dreamy eyes, dude.
Huh?
Look at his dreamy eyes.
I mean, I'm looking at the chick. I don't know about you, but I was looking at the girl in the green. You're like, oh, look at his fucking eyes, man. I can't wait to fall into them. Just drift away in those eyes. He kind of looks like the dude from Gremlins 2 that gets it on with the trans gremlin. I don't know what you call it. The gremlin that's like a guy to girl, whatever. What's that guy's name? He was also in Star Trek. He's also Johnny Cab. Silhouette, you probably know. The Johnny Cab guy.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
big. He kind of looks like him.
Hope you enjoyed the ride, huh?
Because Jurassic World looks like the inside of a gator pancreas, dude. That is it called Jurassic World? What's that new Jurassic movie with Scarlett Johansson?
I don't know.
We're doing that again.
After
they've rebooted again, though. No, it's not Jurassic World anymore. It's a new reboot. It's another Jurassic movie with Scarlett Johansson now. The Chris Pratt era is done. Like, gosh, dude, can we just let it rest, please?
The only good one was the first one.
That's it.
Yeah.
Even the second one was The second one was boring. It was
terrible.
Boring. And it just
is Sam Neill in this next one too?
Sam Neill was in the third one, of course, and he was in that last one, right? Where they brought the whole gang back together. It was like the new gang, Bryce Dallas Howard with Chris Pratt, and they brought Ian Malcolm and Laura Dern and Sam Neill, which I'm not watching that. Nostalgia's not getting the better of me. Like, I don't want to see them. And,
I think they should bring back Newman and have him be like the main character.
I feel like they should not. I feel like if I saw a new movie and Newman was in the trailer, I'd be like, I'm not watching
Oh, that'd
this.
be hysterical.
Is that really going to bring you to the theater? Because Skinny Newman's in it, dude.
Oh, is he skinny now? No, I don't want to see.
Yeah,
Skinny
Newman lost
Newman.
weight a long time ago. I think he looks like he was in a sauna, like an iron lung for fucking 10 years. Looks like a shriveled raisin, dude.
Testicle.
When you're that big, dude, and you lose all that weight. Silhouette, have a good night, man. Thanks for
take care,
coming
brother.
on with us. Once again, there's a creep. Oh, look at him. There's a creep watching us. And it's what's his face? What's his name again? Stavros? I don't know. They were naked again. And now they're getting mad because someone sees them. Oh, he's spying on us. We're all frolicking naked. You were in the front yard of your living quarters naked, and the milkman stepped up on you, and like
they thought nothing of it.
There's nothing subtle about these broads, dude.
Oh, I was a village idiot, and this guy's actually a threat.
I mean, they're fine. Look, they seem like they have a good time though. Like they're just hanging out. Anyway. But first, River. What?
Black Sabbath.
Did we already okay.
Maybe we're behind.
No, I thought I already picked that. Just Shoot Me News Radio. Now we're talking about I'm behind. That's what I was talking about, like Friends and stuff. News Radio. Gosh, dude, I haven't seen it. Phil Hartman.
That's not
on anymore.
They came back out with a Night Court, I believe.
Yeah, it sucks.
It does. You watch it?
I try watching it. Yeah, it's not
I
good.
used to love Night Court.
It's got Dan in it, but that's it because everybody else is dead. And just I just don't like the new cast. It doesn't have the magic. But you know, I like I can't spit his name out. Dan. I can't spit his name out.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
I know his name. John Larroquette.
Okay. Yeah.
I kept wanting to think John Lithgow. I'm like, it's not John Lithgow. Yeah, Pat Sajak and Rugrats, dude. I thought it was a few years of Rugrats that were great, but when I rewatched it like some years back, it was really like all the best episodes were in the first 2 seasons for me. I thought it really wasn't as much as I remembered it.
I couldn't go back and watch that. I mean, I don't know.
4K 10. I'm not even going to try to be inclusive. The goalpost moves too often. Everybody's different. And then Sean's like, I just go with the flow. Just don't want to be a prick about things. Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to be a dick.
I just want to live and let live, man. I'll just call people by their first name and they can correct me. I don't really know what to do. We should just all wear name tags.
Let's
see.
Go ahead.
No, Milkman from Cow and Chicken, where he milks chicken and his friends somehow. You watched all the fucked up cartoons, Silhouette. Okay, go ahead, Todd.
No, I was just gonna ask you, like, what are some of your favorite Giallo films? I mean, some examples you would have is
probably Deep Red's probably the best.
Deep Red. I mean, you have Tenebrae.
Tenebrae.
Let's see, Don't Torture
Opera.
Duckling.
Opera's fantastic.
You have Opera. You have Suspiria. Would you consider that New York Ripper? Opera.
I don't.
Bird of the Crystal Plumage.
Hold on. I don't think Suspiria has the traditional Giallo elements. I don't think it does.
No, I'm.
There's no mystery. There's no real whodunit.
Yeah,
there's no killer. It's more ethereal. But definitely, I would say they all belong to Argento. The best of the best. I mean, Deep Red, like you said,
Dressed to Kill. That would be considered a Giallo.
Inspired. Yeah.
Horror.
Well, I mean, don't you think it has to be Italian?
Yeah.
I think because if you take away the Italian element, then it just kind of becomes like a slasher. I think. I mean,
it's a whodunit.
It's a whodunit mystery with a slasher. It's just like,
Inferno. See, I still haven't seen Black Glass or Dark Glasses.
Is that the one where he makes his daughter? He films his daughter having sex.
No, that's Argento's one that came out a few years ago. Was it?
Which one does he have? Asia, his daughter, like naked. He films like her sex scenes. Maybe that one doesn't have it. Maybe it was an earlier one. I don't know, but they're European. That's how it goes. But I think you already said the best. It's definitely Tenebrae, Deep Red, and I think Opera. You could even throw that in there too. Oh yeah. 4K is right. It's Trauma. That's right.
Trauma.
Which
Okay.
I've never seen Trauma.
I haven't seen
Is
that
is
either.
that is that a hard? Oh yeah, that's what I heard. She was 15 at the
Oh my
time. By the way,
god. A messed
yeah, I
up,
brought up
dude.
stuff beyond Aaron Zara. I would be talking about Billy and Mandy or Invader Zim. No, I remember all that stuff. But yeah, that was just a little after my time because I think you're a little younger than us. Just by a few years. That's all it takes to be over something. But I remember all of it for sure. Like my little brothers and stuff were watching all that stuff. Um, yeah. Let's see.
Did you ever see the movie Giallo, the Dario Argento movie with what's his face? The Adrian Brody. That came out in like 2011.
Yeah, I know what it is, and I didn't see it, and that was during Adrian Brody's dark period. So Adrian Brody just won an Academy Award. He he paid off the fucking cabal to get welcomed back in because what he won an Oscar like 20 years ago, the early 2000s, for
Mhm.
what was it, the pianist,
Yeah.
and then like there's that Oscar curse where sometimes when you win an Oscar, it's like the worst thing that can happen to you. And I don't know if that's because you end up getting overwhelmed with like parts. Everybody, obviously, you're a commodity after you win an Oscar, the best actor. You probably just get like roles thrown your way left and right, and you probably just start picking everything or picking the wrong stuff. I don't know what happened with him, but on his way down, the first like 5 to 6, 7, 8 years after his Oscar win, he was still getting studio movies, but they were not movies that he would have been taking right after The Pianist. Like he did Predators, but I like Predators. I actually really like Predators.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah.
But there's no way that Adrian Brody would have chosen to do Predators after The Pianist. He was now getting relegated to like popcorn cheesy action. But then it's like after that, he was probably begging for Predators because he was just doing really obscure indie stuff. He couldn't be touched, and now he won an Oscar again. So we'll see. Hopefully, he picks some better roles.
So, real quick, I was listening to that Billy Corgan podcast with Corey Feldman today,
Yeah.
and Corey Feldman was talking about he was supposed to be the role of Danny Lloyd in The Shining,
Okay, I believe it. Why not?
he was a year too young. So
Well, then he wasn't supposed to be it.
could you imagine? Well, he was supposed to be he was second choice, he says, of course, but could you imagine Corey Feldman in that role, man? That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
I can. You know,
That'd be
they
great.
both they both look like little baby Bruce Valanches back then. I could see it. He yeah, it doesn't bother me. I think of Corey Feldman as a musician first these days, which is odd. Like
He was
which
he was also saying he was supposed to be in Gilbert Grape. He was supposed to be Leo's role there,
so
and he
here's
was
the thing.
also supposed to be in Titanic
Here's the
as
thing.
Leo.
Here's the thing. If he was supposed to be in these movies, they would have cast him. I feel like all these guys, so many of these actors are all getting opportunities to audition, to
Yeah, yeah.
read. It doesn't mean you were supposed to get the role. I think a lot of these guys that are in the industry, nobody wanted to touch Corey Feldman 96 or 97. So I don't know where this Leo business is coming from. But I can buy almost anything else. I could buy it. Like, sure, like it's not that hard to believe, or it's not a stretch. Like Corey Haim could have been like, oh yeah, I read for you know what's I Jimmy Olsen in Superman. I believe it. You're like a
Mhm,
pretty boy teenager. Sure, I'm sure everybody in your demo that was
mhm.
a actor at the time read for all of the parts in a big movie that you fit the age range for. It doesn't mean you were going to get the role, but that's how he survives. I was supposed to be Leo. I was supposed to. This you I bet I would love to ask James Cameron how true that is, and I bet you it's a Hulk Hogan story. It's a Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
It's a Hulk Hogan like
I was in
audition from.
Metallica.
Yeah, I was on. I know Lars asked me to audition for Metallica. Give me like, all right. He asked me to be in Metallica. Yeah, I'm sure James Cameron would be like, no, I didn't. I didn't want the fucking Frog Brother to be the no. That's around the time.
Was Hogan a good what was he, a drummer?
Bassist.
Oh, he was a bassist. Okay.
Yeah, you've seen the video, dude. You know, the Real American where he's playing the bass.
Oh, he's playing the bass. That's right.
Yeah,
Well, and then because I always wanted that Mike or my God, sorry, I'm a little tired now. I always wanted that Hulk Hogan CD.
You buy it. What's stopping you? Go buy it on
No,
eBay.
it's hard to find that, dude.
Our main chick is witnessing what we still don't know who our guy is. It's teasing us like with angles and stuff, but he's mutilated all of her friends, and she's hiding, and he's watching her saw him up with his little hacksaw,
dragging him out.
Yeah, she's taking her sweet ass time. I mean, I guess what would you do? Just kind of hide and wait for
burying him in shallow graves. I know.
I actually really like this scene. I think it seems really cool. It's really neat because it's kind of scary. It's like, oh man, like what if that was you? You're like, just it puts you in her position, and like, what if you were like, would you wouldn't want to? You probably would just sit there. I don't know what
you wouldn't find a way to escape. I mean,
well, if she did now, he had to wait. She got up. She had to wait till he left. What was she gonna do? She's backed in the wall. She's backed in the corner. She's gonna go out and expose herself while he's got a saw in his hand, dude. And he's clearly a guy. I mean, he's gonna like probably overpower.
Oh yeah, I guess her ankle is shattered.
Yeah, there's all kinds of even without the ankle.
Yeah. Poor milkman.
However, was there no back exit? I'd be going for a back door.
Well, the doors are locked from the inside. Which to do, I mean, you know, some people do that.
Wait. Huh? He locked the door from the outside when she's later when she's in the room again. You mean from the outside?
No, from the inside. You need a key to unlock it and actually open the door.
So it's locked from the outside.
Whatever. I don't know.
Like she can't get out because it's locked from the outside.
Yeah.
So it's backwards. Yeah. Because he locked the bedroom like from the outside.
Yeah.
Who does that? People that want plot conveniences?
I don't know. I mean, my door, I have a door that you have to lock. Like, because I don't want people, like, I don't have a deadbolt, so I don't want to deadbolt it from the inside. So I have a key where you lock it when you're inside.
And you know, in Europe as well, and in Japan, all the lights are like on the inside, not the outside. Or sorry, on the outside, not the inside. So,
what do you mean?
You know, when you go in your bedroom, the light's on the inside of the door, inside your room.
Yeah.
In Europe and in Asia, it would be on the outside. So if you're going to go take a piss, you got to turn the fan and the light on the outside before you enter and close the door.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I remember one of the first times I was in Europe, I was using somebody's shitter. And I didn't know what, I went into the bathroom and I couldn't find the light and it was pitch dark. I'm like, oh, I'm taking a shit here. And I couldn't find the light. And I was just like, you know, trying with all my might to like clean myself and do everything right, and not make a mess in the dark. And I was too embarrassed to say it, you know. They're like, and when they finally found when I finally saw that the lights from the outside, I then said it like, what? You fucking just turn the light on. You just shit in the dark. It's like, yeah, what? I couldn't find the flush. It's like a Victorian one that's hanging. I couldn't tell.
So if I was there with you, I'd shut it off every time that you were taking a shit. That's for sure.
Yeah, I know. All it's doing is asking for people to like Sabbath,
yeah,
like turn the lights off and stuff like that. But you know, the plus side is though, if somebody's dropping a deuce, it's like, God, turn the fan on. You could turn it on. You could turn it on from the outside.
But you don't have an excuse when you're in there. You just be like, oh yeah. All right, who do we got here? Oh, we got the doctor. Doctor's coming to check up on her because did he see the flash from the mirror that she tried to do?
She's got it right there.
Now.
Yeah, she's got it right there. Well, this is the guy that saves the day. I don't know. The doctor is going to come into play here soon.
Mr. McDreamy, yeah.
So let's see. Your vice is a locked room.
Yeah, that's the other film that he did. Have you seen that, Brad? 4K? I heard that was good.
Kick a Chad, unlike Aaron here. Yeah, dude, how does that stuff slide for trauma? Is that so something like that? You can't, there's no way they sell that physically, right? Because it's like It's like the Romeo and Juliet with what's her face when she was like 13 or 14 and she was naked. Olivia
Ooh.
Hussey.
Oh, I don't know.
It's it's the Romeo and Juliet they made us all watch in like high school.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's the classic, the Romeo and Juliet. We all had to watch it like in ninth, 10th grade, and they
Yeah.
straight up, and and it's like the classic memory everybody has if you go on like forums. Oh yeah, and everybody's teacher goes in front of the TV and does this when it shows her
Mm.
naked when after they fucked. Like, oh no,
Mhm.
you can't see this. The little TV on the little roller cart, and but yeah, Olivia Hussey was like 13 or 14 or something, and it's just it's like how do they? I don't know how they got away with that shit.
I remember in psychology class, I showed Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I
Oh,
showed
okay, you fuck up.
American Psycho. What?
Say, okay, you fuck up. Wow, they probably like, whoa, what's wrong with this guy?
Yeah,
Texas,
no,
Texas Chainsaw.
yeah, no, they did.
Whoa,
I
you
think it was
saw
junior or
wait,
senior
what
in high
class is
school.
this? American Psycho, or he's like running around in tennis shoes, butt naked, dude, with a hooker.
Yes,
Wait, what class is this?
this was in
College.
psychology. No, this was in high school.
No,
Yes,
you played American Psycho with all
yes.
that nudity.
Y- I didn't play the whole movie. I played clips. I played
Okay,
clips from Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
how did you
American
get the?
Psycho,
Did you burn them? How did you get clips back then? This is like the Stone Age.
DVD. I had the DVDs.
Okay, so you would just manually go to
Yeah, yeah,
particular scenes.
yeah.
What if you're like, oops, you actually went too far and it was like the scene, ha! He's like naked running down the hall.
I don't know, but I did get sent down to the counselor for coming up with the poem, "The Dripping of the Blood" or whatever it was.
I remember that. Yeah,
Um,
and I remember you wrote a song called Monster Blood.
Monst yeah,
I had Todd's uh notebook with all his like ideas in it for the longest time. And yeah, I had the lyrics to them. I remember my mom found it. I had it back in my house. And I don't know how because it had like the picture of we had like the pasted Dave Mustaine. You had Scott Bakula cut and glued like glue
yeah.
sticks to these pages. And I think my dad found it like, what is wrong with my son? Like, there's like pictures of fucking Scott Bakula with no shirt on and shit like that. And
It was all our inside jokes that's written down.
yeah, and it's just like I'm like Todd. I swear, it's like, oh no, I've heard it before. It's Todd's. It's Todd's. Sure, buddy. No, it is. It really is Todd's. But no, I remember. I think my mom though found the book and she was like reading Monster Blood. She was like reading these lyrics and she's like, "That's got to be Aaron's." Like, it's like, no, again, it's not. That's not Todd. No,
What were the lyrics? I'd love to see
I
that.
don't remember. Dolores. It's like no. But I wish I still had that scrapbook. Yeah,
Oh,
because I remember you had like the
it was a
cutout.
composition book.
Yeah, as a composition
Yeah.
book. You had the pasted cutout of Dave
Mhm.
Mustaine, and you wrote like a speech bubble down to my last quarter.
Yeah,
Because that was our like inside joke.
yeah. Because Risk failed, the CD
Because we
Risk
would make
failed.
fun of that. He was playing casinos at the time. He was taking a
Yeah.
dip in popularity. We're like, oh, he's playing these casinos, and in between, he's in between his matinee and his dinner show. He's like out hitting the slots. Down to my last quarter. It's so funny, dude. Yeah, those are fun. I wish I still had that stuff.
Which
Eventually, I lost it in a move.
I listened to a few Megadeth albums this past week. Some people don't like Cryptic Writings, but I like that album,
I
man.
love that album.
Yeah.
I couldn't get into the last one. I-
Oh,
the sick, dying, and the dead. I tried listening to it again last week. I'm like, yeah, it just doesn't do it for me.
I couldn't really. I try to get into the dystopia because some people say
I
that
thought
is
that was
amazing.
amazing. I
Yeah,
think it's amazing, and
I don't like his voice in it though.
I don't. Is it different than in Sick and Dying as a Dead? He's old.
Yes,
No, it's the
yeah.
same. It's the same. He's old. He doesn't do any high notes anymore. He tunes down like a whole step now. But for Dystopia, it worked. I I think that record smokes the new one. I love Dystopia, but anyway.
I mean, I don't know. He just doesn't sound very good in it.
So we're finally gonna get our big reveal here in a minute. I think she took off her heels because why'd she take off her heels? So she can run? What?
I don't know. One of her heels dropped or fell
Oh,
off.
gotcha. Hey, I can relate to her pain, man. My foot has been injured for a couple of days. So you got anybody out there with dogs? My dog chews on these like rib bones. You give
Oh
them these
yeah,
like dog
yeah.
food. Anyway, I stepped on a bone shard from this rib bone, and it was a big fat shard. It was the size and shape of like a large nail, like one of those like
Mm.
3-inch nails. and thick ones, dude. I fucking stepped on that bitch and it went inside my heel. Like, here's my foot. It went in my heel at an angle, and it went in over an inch. I was like,
Oh,
oh, it hurt so fucking bad. I think it tipped the bone, and I pulled it out, and just I've been walking like a velociraptor, dude. On the
pull it
my
up,
feet.
pull it up.
Yeah, it hurt, man. It's just like I was like cleaning it with peroxide and alcohol, and
You didn't
it,
get a tetanus shot?
come on. I sterilized it, and then the next day, I don't think I had any bone shard in there because the feeling. It's like it'll sting.
There's a
It was more,
splinter in there, yeah.
yeah. It had the dull pain, so I'm like, but
Mhm.
it didn't have the stingy pain. So I'm like, okay, I don't think I have anything in there. Um, and then the next day, it hurt like a bitch because it was like swollen. It's like, oh, it hurt so fucking bad.
Was it
But now
bleeding a ton?
it was bleeding when I first did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good. But today it's getting a little better. It's not swollen anymore. I'm not putting too much. I'm wearing my shoes in the house because my insoles I wear, they have an arch, so they put less pressure on my heel so I can walk
Yeah.
around a little bit. But dude, it hurt like a fucking bitch, man. So yeah, don't be a Giallo killer right now because I'm not moving around too quick. I stepped on a nail when I was a kid. You ever step on a
Oh,
nail?
yeah. Oh, plenty of times.
I
Yeah.
think I stepped on a nail once. I remember I stepped on a big nail, and it was like a big fatty. And I don't even know if we got like a tetanus shot. I don't know if anybody did anything about it. I don't think we go to
No, we
talk.
stepped on thumbtacks all the time. We stepped every
Thumbtacks ain't shit, dude. Fucking a nail, dude. I'd be like,
yeah.
oh, and you just deal with it. I don't even remember anybody putting anything on it like peroxide or whatever. It's like literally you just rub some dirt on it. But I'm pretty sure that's gonna make it infect faster, Gramps. Rub some dirt on it.
We stepped on a mouse, but that's about it.
Yeah, you told me that. That was the same. I remember that was the same house. We had a pool. My dad's mom, and I remember like my grandpa was like, "Okay, strip down." Like we it was like take off your swimming suits outside, and I was like shy. I'm like you ain't got nothing I don't got. Take it off. I'm like I don't want to know.
I
See my
remember
little smoky dude.
I remember when I was young, I think I stole one of my dad's. He had like a giant cigar. I stole it
You
and I
shoved
went
it up your ass.
no, I went down to we had a bathroom in the basement, and I was like, "I wanna smoke this cigar." It was like
Oh
a big
wow.
big fat one. So I was, like, smoking, the cigar in the bathroom, and I just cracked the window. I'm like, "Oh, they'll never smell this." Dude, the whole house smelled like it for, like, a fucking week,
The
dude.
ventilation.
Oh, man, and they were so pissed off at me, dude. It was bad.
So in hindsight, like if you could go back to your young body with your adult brain, I would just, if that was me in your situation or any other situation I was in, I would just own up to it. Like, hey, look, I was curious. I'm a kid. What are you gonna do to me? You gonna
Yeah.
kill me? Like, because now you can think like a parent.
Yeah.
Like I now, like your kid. I mean, of course you're gonna act appropriately, but like if your kid gets to be 12 or whatever, and well, I don't think kids have dirty magazines anymore. They're just looking up stuff on the internet or
Yeah.
if you caught your kid, you kind of have to go, that's not good. But in the back of your head, like it's also normal. You
It's
got
the
your,
Danny Tanner, absolutely.
but you're fighting nature. It's like,
Yeah,
he's good.
yeah.
They're going to be interested. Same thing with a cigar. It's like, okay, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, yeah.
You can only be so mad, but it's like you're going to sit here and smoke the whole thing till you're sick or whatever they used to make you do.
Well, my dad smokes cigarettes all the time in the house,
Yeah,
so it's
like,
like
but yeah, how do they know? Because
yeah.
it's a stogie, right? A stogie's
Yeah, it
different.
smells different, it smells different.
But, so how did that go though? Like, "Who taught?" Did they go straight to you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And did you deny it?
No, I couldn't.
So, take us through the scene. You play your dad or stepdad?
My stepdad. I didn't live with my
Okay,
dad.
your stepdad. You
Yeah.
be your stepdad Rich, and you say what he said to you, paint the scene, and then I wanna see how to the best of your ability and memory, how did you react? What did he say, and where were you at? I wanna hear. I told
So
you about when they found my skin mags, but you
no,
tell me
so
your story.
I was down in the basement. I thought I could hide it. My stepdad used to hang it upstairs on the couch watching
Naked.
Howard Stern.
naked, was his
Smoke
things just cross-legged, naked, smoking a cigarette.
smoke a cigarette, drinking coffee. I mean, he did that all the time, and
I'd stay the night and I'd come upstairs and he would just be very casual, maybe like a newspaper. He'd be butt
he's
naked
like, "How
and it
you
would be
doing,
like
Ern?"
and it would be like a sitcom where they
Mhm.
cleverly with angles cover up the actual nudity. He
Yeah.
was already like that because I never saw his dick, but he was like his legs would be crossed, like he'd be
Yep.
naked, but he would just be barely hiding his dick. Like, hey, what's up? How you
And s
doing? And
and
he would
sometimes he
stop.
would wear my mom's robe that was, like, really
Yeah,
tiny,
I see
dude.
that very Norma Bates, dude.
Yeah.
And then I remember he would like stop me in mid conversation and want to shoot the breeze and talk about
Oh,
school. Like he's
yeah.
in the like he's like reading the paper, and I'm like,
Uh-huh.
I kind of want to get out of this situation, sir, because you're naked. Like,
Yeah,
so,
he
how them Patriots doing? Like, I don't fucking know, man. Can I use some? Can you put some pants on and we'll talk about it?
No, even if he saw you were walking away, he wouldn't let you leave, dude. He'd just keep going. He'd bring something else because he wanted somebody to talk to, which I don't blame him, you know?
Yeah.
So, no, that was funny. I know I think he's
I
upstairs.
You can't blame him, but maybe the naked part's the part that bothers you. Like, man, I can put some clothes
I do
on.
this. I do the same shit just to piss my
Your
son's
your
friends off.
your son's friends, you be naked, dude. This is a different time. I don't think he'd be like, hey,
I would be naked, but
so what
I
was it
mean,
like hanging out at your friend's house? Yeah, my his dad is always like hanging out naked, wanting to talk to us and corner us in the room. He's what? Yeah, we just come upstairs and he's butt naked on the couch trying to get us to hold court with him. Okay.
not my mom was always sleeping. Like she was like, "Where's mom?" Oh, she's taking a nap. Like all she did was sleep. So, no, but he was up smoking a stick, watching Howard Stern. I was downstairs. I was smoking a stick,
Yeah.
cigar or whatever. And I would sit on top of the back of the toilet because we like in the basement we'd have one of these little windows that would just like fold down.
Is this the
So
house that I
just
knew? Is this the
yeah,
same house?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I would sit on the top of the toilet, and then I'd of course smoke the stogie, blow it out. Or even when I was smoking weed back then. Back I don't do that shit anymore, but when I was in high school or a kid, used to blow it out, and of course, eventually he would smell it. He would smell it, and then he like, "Oh, Todd, get up here!" And then of course, he's the type of person that would be like, you smoking or you drinking? You drinking your mom's Bartles and James, her wine coolers. I want to see you drink it, drink it. So then I started drinking it, and I'm just like, that's not very good, that sort of thing. He just like punish. He'd
Have you been wearing
basically
your mom's Charlie? Take all the Charlie.
basically make you do it in front of him, so
Yeah,
you would
yeah,
feel embarrassed to not do it again. That
yeah.
sort of thing. Which
It's kind of
that's
fun.
a pretty good.
Hold on, I love the doll that fell off the cliff, dude.
Oh yeah,
So why is it like why is this that's traumatizing? I'm not minimizing it, but why did it make him become this guy? I love how is this the movie that started it? Like when you're discovered to be the killer, you go absolute batshit because it's like you're normal. You're actually normal like a teacher. Oh, yeah, very normal. But once you're exposed,
he
I
goes
love
crazy.
you. I love you, you crazy googly eyes. It's and I think they were lampooning that with the last Scream movie. It's like you have Dermot Mulroney, right? Wasn't he
Yeah,
like he was the killer? The whole movie, he's the cop. And he's
yeah.
acting normal, like on the beat. I'm trying to find out who killed this person, filled with daughter. But once he like reveals to be the killer, he's like super crazy. Woo! It's like I don't
It's like
understand.
Josh Hartnett.
If you could just turn off the crazy anytime, why don't you just always keep it turned off? I don't know. I don't get it.
I don't
Josh
know.
Hartnett.
She drives me crazy. I'm just thinking about Trap. Sorry.
Yeah. But uh, John Stamos is going to come here, kick the shit out of him, and throw him off the fucking balcony. Basically,
Yeah.
that's basically it. But I want to know. So yeah, that seems effective. Like it's like when you're the old school mentality of you catch someone smoking, you make them smoke. You make them smoke a whole carton,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? That you don't ever want to see it. Do it again. Which I don't know if that would be accepted today, but it kind of works. I don't ever want to eat like Doritos again because we were poor and whenever they ran like fucking a failed Dorito flavor on clearance, my mom would buy it all and that was lunch for the whole summer, like fucking Doritos, pizza Doritos or whatever. And I remember like you just never want to fucking look at another one again. I so much just smell anything pizza flavored, dude. I'm like, ugh, I want to
I
throw
like
up.
pizza flavored Doritos. Those
You
are
get
good.
like Pringles, dude. I think it was Pringles. I remember one. You eat Doritos, dude. You get like the cheese ball at the end, and a big
Oh
ball of
yeah, yeah,
big
yeah.
cheese dust
Oh,
ball goes in your mouth. It's like pizza, and that's just the straw that breaks the back, dude. Like I can't do this anymore. That's probably how I can't eat Hot Pockets ever again because
oh yeah.
I got the stomach flu one year, like years ago, and I was barfing up Hot Pot because I was like a paycheck to paycheck guy, 19 or 18 years old. Eat Hot Pockets and play PS2. It was kind of every night. Dude, I was vomiting up these fucking Hot Pockets like the worst,
What
dude.
kind of
And
hot pockets were they?
well, they were the Tony's Pockets. Back
Are
when
those the cheap ones? The
yeah,
Tony's pockets?
they don't have them anymore, but
Oh,
Tony's used to make Tony's Pockets.
oh, okay.
And Tony got out of the pocket business. I don't even know if he makes
Oh,
pizza anymore.
is that Totino's?
No, it's
Tony's?
Tony's. It
Okay,
was Tony's Pizza.
okay.
It had the fucking Tony on the front.
Is
I,
Totino's younger brother, redheaded
no,
stepchild?
no, Tony made frozen pizzas for. I don't know if they make Tony pizzas anymore.
I don't
But
know.
anyway, for a brief time, Tony was making hot pockets, and let me tell you, those hot pockets were way better than hot pockets
Really?
because the hot pockets, the pocket itself was too flaky and hard. It
Yeah,
wasn't, and there was
they get
hardly anything
yeah,
in it. The Tony's pockets was more soft and pastry like. And
yeah.
they used to Tony used to fucking pack each one of those pockets himself with love and care. So many pepperonis. I mean, they were good, but then, like I said, I vomited them all up. They were only a dollar, dude.
It's probably undercooked sausage and stuff like that.
They were a dollar. They were a dollar.
Oh,
They
would
were
you go to the Dollar Tree and get them or
no, they're at
something?
Walmart, dude. They're a butt.
Really?
This is the back in the day when like Totinos were like 60 cents,
Oh, okay.
75 cents. You know, it's back in those days.
Gotcha.
Now it's like a Totino's pizza costs $4.
Isn't that crazy?
$3.99, something ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know what they cost, but no,
My
it's just
my kid loves those things.
yeah, and you want them to not love them anymore because these are no longer cheap food.
Well, is this cheaper than the other options though?
I know maybe they're not $4 but they're like a few bucks.
They're two. Yeah.
They're they used to be 50 cents for
Quarter.
nothing,
For a dollar. Yeah.
nothing, and just and if you want to really live large, and flex some of your spending power, and you buy Red Baron, which is my preference. If I had to eat a frozen pizza, I Red Baron. You don't like Red Baron?
No, because that's all I ate growing up at my grandma's house was Red
Oh, Red
Barons.
Baron. Oh,
Yeah.
see, I think
Red
Red Baron
Barons and Tang. We used to drink Tang all the time with Red
Tang.
Baron pizzas.
Red Baron Tang's gross, dude.
I
But
know.
Red Baron pizza, I think out of all of them is the best. And those are like you can get them on sale, but I think they're like $6, like standard. It's like what these Red Baron pizzas used to be fucking like 250, dude.
Yeah.
Jeez,
No,
make it make
I'm
sense,
not a big
guys.
frozen pizza guy anymore. I can't really eat that.
Yeah, I mean, but I do subscribe to the thought of all pizza's edible. Like, you could even someone puts square school pizza in front of you, you'll eat it for nostalgia. Like, it's edible.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't get it. So is he in love with her too? And it's like, see, I always love you. So she loves him now because like, oh, you're the last one standing because every
Well,
other guy died.
because he saved her life. So
I know, but what if she doesn't like him though? Like she has to give it up, dude.
who
Our
knows?
princess is in another castle, dude. Mario saved
She
the
already lost her
princess.
slipper.
Yeah. But yeah, I had a really good time watching this last night for the first time. It was a good time. These movies are very comforting. They're very by the numbers. Like I said, I knew who the killer was. I don't think it's the best Giallo, but it's obviously an early Giallo.
It's definitely up there with one of the better ones.
I would pick this up if the 4K gets maybe on one of the sales again too, but I really really liked it. I got to crack open I got all those Giallo box sets and I got a lot of work to do, which I hear the yellow one with this was the only one that was kind of coveted because it had this movie. I don't know if like all the others that are in these are like just filler. I don't know if there's any other movies that are,
I don't have any of the Giallo box sets, so
but I'll have to kind of go through and see what the best. I got to screen them. I'll Google and see what people think are the best because I don't want to just like blindly start watching all these box sets and sit through bullshit. Ain't nobody got time for that these days. I got to like know what I'm getting into.
Absolutely.
But anyway, let's sorry, I kind of fell off on comments, but what the hell? James Cameron almost directed the Dungeons and Dragon movie with Marlon Wayans. I like your Vice's Locked Room, Martino's take on the Black Cat story. Did you like the Black Cat?
I haven't seen it.
You didn't see that? I like it. Yeah, Scott's Todd Scott Bakula notebook, dude. You know what? I was so innocent back then, but now I understand why the pages are stuck together, Todd. Jeez. It wasn't because you used too much glue.
I
Putting those
used
Scott
Elmer's glue, okay?
No, yeah, you used your fucking homemade sack glue, dude.
Oh.
But anyway, yeah, exactly. Dermot, hello me, meet the real me, Maroney.
Yes.
Gosh, that was just too hammed up. Like, I get it. It's got to be homage. And he was chewing the scenery, and it was kind of fun, but it's just so wacky. And it is. It's very much like Todd said. It's very Scooby Doo, because when you find out who the killer is at the end of Scooby Doo, they kind of just go batshit. I would have got away with it too.
Mhm.
Let's see. I told you get the fun pack, not the 24 pack. Where do you think money grows on trees and the family put them back? Oh yeah, we're talking about the pizza shit. Pizza and pasta place near me is better than heaven. God, remember remember when I was poor, dude? I had a Feces Pizza right across from my apartments, dude. You go to
Feces Pizza?
Yeah, Feces Pizza, dude. You go to
Yeah.
Feces Pizza, and it's like $3 buffet.
Yeah,
I mean,
that pizza was terrible, man.
it's terrible. It's terrible. But like for like literally $3, and like it was like 20 paces across the road from my apartment. That's just you can live off that place.
I think you took me there once when I visited you, and it was all Amish people there.
Yeah, that's
And they're watching television for the first time, dude. They're like laughing at
like
commercials.
American Gladiators.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds about right. And I remember, first of all, I went to a Feces Pizza with you. Like the last time we went with you, I think we played House of the Dead 4.
Yeah.
And I remember it not being very good. But the last time I went to a Feces Pizza, believe it or not, was when my brother lived in Mesa, Arizona, and he lived in the ghetto, dude. And I went out there, and he wanted to eat at Feces. Like, all right, and, I had been to a Feces in years, and we ate a Feces in Mesa, Arizona, like the fucking ghetto. And like, first of all, it was nothing but like Children of the Flies, people like ghetto families with their kids running wild, dude. They're not watching their kids. Their kids are jumping off the fucking counters and the
Wiping
tables.
boogers on the pizza.
Yeah, it's just disgusting. And I remember I got pizza, and I'm like, where's the fucking pepper flakes and the Parmesan? And I went up to the countertop. I'm like, do you guys got Parmesan? And she gave me she pulled out under the fucking behind the counter Parmesan on a tether. And I had to she had to cheese my pizza at the counter.
Oh my god.
Because people steal it.
Oh.
I'm like, God, this place sucks, man. I mean, I'm not better than a lot of stuff, but I'm better than this. You know what I mean? You have to put your Parmesan shaker, dude, on a tether, dude. Like, this is like, people will steal this. I mean, don't get me wrong. Growing up, we did have Chuck E. Cheese Parmesan shakers in our cupboard.
Yeah.
My dad totally stole the Parmesan and the bread. Put that in your purse. That is real crystal. Put that in your purse. We were lower class, dude. It's like Chuck E. Cheese. The fucking rat comes to your table. Oh, fill it up, please. Fill it up, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Anyway, that's so funny. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us, and let us know what were we talking about. Yeah, let's do the Martin commentary. Let's see if we can get that on the books. Next week we have to figure out a members commentary. I don't know what we're going to do yet. I wonder if we should throw something out for you guys to vote on, but we'll let you know shortly what that is. If you guys want to support us, a couple bucks, check out the links below. Helps us out a whole lot. Member exclusive content. We've got member exclusive commentaries up. We got a few up now that are great. What's the last one we did? I know we've done Hostile, T2, Battle Across Time. What's the last one we did? I can't even remember because
it
that
was
vacation
Hostile 2, wasn't it?
No, we didn't do Hostile. We never did Hostile 2.
Or Hostile.
It was not. We did whatever. There's a lot of shit up there. Todd didn't go on vacation. He didn't travel like 3,000 miles. What are you doing?
So my brain's fried. It's Creepshow 2.
Yeah, we did Creepshow 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hop on board if you want to do that, and we appreciate you. If not, freeloading is totally fine in my book. Just keep tuning in, Give us likes, give us comments, share us with your friends, and hopefully we'll see you guys next week. Adios. Bye.
Well, they said I had to take a steamer before I get out of here. So I just unleashed a major toxic. I think the paint's starting to come off the walls. So I think they're definitely going to have to bring my walking pharmacy into the bathroom with me. I think after this steamer, hold on, courtesy flush. I think I'm definitely going to be going home after that steamer. Whew. These walls were yellow. They're turning a musty greenish brown right now, brother.